I personally don't believe in dating. That's right, I said it. On the other hand, she thought dating was a sport, right? So
I did not think it was a sport.
because a single life is not a sentence. It's sacred. Yeah. It's not a life sentence. It's not something where you're like, I'm single. You should be celebrating it. You should be embracing it. You should be traveling, making money, growing, developing. Again, using it as not a feeling like a life sentence or a detriment. But if you can change your perspective to embrace your singleness as something sacred, as an opportunity to grow, to mature, to heal, to let your soul heal, to grow into the space of your maturity and development, then when you are in that place, then what belongs to you will find itself for you and become attracted to you, and you won't spend your energy and your time diminishing, squandering, or wasting your single life. Your single life is not a life sentence. It is a sacred opportunity, right? All right, so then in this process, it's important that you remain celibate, all right? And I know this is not popular right here. I mean, I put this question out here today, and I can't wait till later on. We're going to get into it and really talk about sex, but I just have to put it right here that it is an intention. It is a desire, if I'm single, that I remain celibate, that I do not trash my soul, my spiritual life, that I do not engage or over-engage. And I know that flesh is screaming, and it can be challenging and it can be difficult, but remaining celibate and showing that you have power over your body and over your flesh is an important asset that you want to have in your single life. Self-dominance, self-control, right? So that you can remain in a posture of power, and you do that more successfully by not putting yourself in compromising situations. Because if you put yourself in compromising situations, 9 times out of 10 that you winning coming out of that is not so, right? So it's like trying to remain celibate in that posture is a very, very, very important element.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, so Ecclesiastes says, and if I find something more bitter than death, whose woman whose heart is snare and nets and with hands are fetters, he who pleases God escapes, but the sinner is taken by her. And so it's just important, and her is not gendered by there. It's just important that in that process that you remain celibate in your area of growth and maturity and development. If you come to that place of wholeness and then you get into a place where you're ready to date, and remember, dating is a choice, right? You're either waiting or dating. Don't act like you have to date just because somebody invites you on a date or somebody wants to date you. Because if you're not in a space where you feel like you are ready to date or maturing to the next place where you want to be in a relationship long term, where you're ready to give up your singleness, start caring for somebody, not just want to be with somebody, but really wanting to contribute, then when you're dating, then you're in the process of a choice, right? Am I waiting or dating? What do you think? Are you in your waiting season or your dating season? Put it on the chat right now. Am I in a waiting season or a dating season? If my opportunity came up right now, would I take a date or would I wait, right? Am I waiting or dating? Am I choosing me right now or am I waiting to be chose? Come on, talk to me. Let's get into it. Put it on the side. I'm waiting or dating. Are you waiting or are you dating right now? Not dating because you're dating somebody, but dating because you want to date somebody. You feel like your life, your mind is in a space where you want to be in a relationship. Are you choosing to date or wait? Because if you don't make the choice about your choice, then anybody that comes to date you can date you even if you weren't ready to date. You have to have the power in your singleness to say, it is my choice. I am either in a space where I am waiting or I'm in a space where I'm dating. What do you got? I'm waiting, I'm dating, I'm dating, I'm waiting, right? And so dating 101, I'm going to do a post about this where I'll dig into it a little more, but I'm just going to hit you. I personally don't believe in dating. That's right. I said it. I just wasn't the person that could believe in dating. I couldn't handle it in my single life, right? If I was going to walk and remain celibate in my season, if I was going to have victory over my flesh, I could not date until I was ready to date, because my perspective of dating was fully relationship. Where my wife, on the other hand, she thought dating was a sport, right? So
I did not think it was a sport. I just felt that it's an opportunity to gain information, and so that you did not, if you wanted to go out with somebody because they were a good person to go and have dinner with because they could conversation, somebody who you like to go to the movies with, somebody that you like to just sit in a car, and talk and drive, I had one for every kind of date.
Dating. So, what was your definition of dating? Because I like how you say it.
My definition of dating is gathering data, is gathering information.
Yeah. So when you're collecting data and you're gathering information, then you make sure that you're in the process of dating, right? So check it out. Here's some things that we say, if you go on a date, here's what you should talk about, all right? So things you should talk about, right? Bible says don't be unequally yoked. We know that, right? So when you date, you want to date discipline. Yeah. You don't just choose anybody. You be selective. You have value, man or woman. You add to the value. You're the prize. So if you date with discipline, right? And when you date values, all right? Don't just date vision. Oh, I see. Everybody has a vision.
For days.
People love vision. Oh, and they want to do this and they want to do this. No, you date values. You pay attention. Do their values match your values? Because you can date vision, but you're going to marry values.
Right.
If this goes into a relationship fully, it's going to be values that you're going to date. You're going to date. You're going to marry values. So you date values because you're going to marry values. All right. So here's some questions that we say you should ask. And again, we'll do this. This is coming out as a video on my YouTube later, but I'm just going to hit them real quick. Worship and devotion. Do you worship? Do you devotion? Do you have church? Do you go to church? Do you read your Bible? Do you believe in Jesus? Do you not believe in Jesus? Who is your God? Do we have the same God? Do we have the same belief systems? Right?
Lifestyle. What kind of lifestyle do you lead? What kind of lifestyle do you even aspire to have? Those are very essential questions because you want to know, do we have the same kind of lifestyle?
That's right. And entertainment. What do you like to do for fun, right?
Yeah.
Where do our interests intersect, right? What is it that you enjoy doing? Because this is the more things we can do together, the less things that we have to be to each other outside of that. So entertainment is a question. Conflict. How do you handle it? Conflict and resolution.
What did you see in regards to conflict? In your household, how did they handle conflict? How did they what did they do when they did not agree? Do you even know any different kind of conflict resolution ways of making that happen? And so you need to know that because conflict is inevitable, and you need to know how do you deal with that, because it's very necessary to know if that's the route that you want to go in.
That's right. Also, you want to talk about work, right? What do you do for work? Do you work? Right. Where is your work? What do you want to do for work? Do you love your work? Do you hate your work? Do you love your job? These are dating questions. Go ahead.
The next one is friends. Yeah. Who are your friends? Who do you hang around? Because your friends tell me a lot about you. It tells me what you like, what I won't say your secrets, but kind of how you live your life. Your friends show you that. And your friends are also a good place to help you to know if this person is somebody that you really should even continue a relationship with.
That's right. Next, health and sickness, right? Are you well?
Yeah.
Are you sick? What runs in your family? If this should come into a relationship, it's not that I want to abandon you in that space, but I just want to know what I'm dealing with. What am I marrying? What runs in our bloodline? What runs in our family?
Yeah.
Dating questions, right? So those are dating questions that you want to have. Sex is a dating question also if it gets real, but it's like, are we having it? Sex? Are we not having it? Are we waiting? What are we doing? What is your belief about sex, all right?